Hello everyone. Have you ever heard about speech language pathologist? If not, this is the best platform. So I am Aishwarya Dinesh and I am a speech language pathologist by profession. And I am going to give you a quick peep into what a speech language pathologist is and what our role is in your life. So I welcome you all to yet another episode of Mind Aids. So this profession, like any other allied health science profession, is also very much focused in dealing with individuals who mainly suffer with impairments that are related to their communication abilities, speech skills, language abilities, and also swallowing abilities. Most often, we speech language pathologists deal with conditions like child language disorders. That might include receptive and expressive language delay, which might be a resultant of excessive use of gadgets or very poor language stimulation at home. Otherwise, this condition can also be associated with some neurodevelopmental conditions such as intellectual developmental deficits, cerebral palsy, global developmental delays, or any motor impairments, or also conditions like autism spectrum disorders. One more very important factor to be observed in child language disorders is the child's hearing abilities. So if a child is diagnosed to have hearing loss, then also you can expect a child to have definite language impairments. So speech language pathologists are also involved in diagnosing as well as treating children with learning disabilities, because children with learning disability often exhibit a lot of difficulties in language skills. You must be all wondering if a speech language pathologist has any role in an adult's life. Well, definitely yes, we do. A speech language pathologist can also assist a neurologist in order to diagnose and treat individuals who suffer from conditions like stroke or a traumatic brain injury that often leaves a language impairment or a speech disorder. So a language impairment that is resulting out of a condition like stroke or TBI is referred to as aphasia, and a condition where the speech abilities which impair the person's intelligibility is resulting out of these brain insults are referred to as dysarthria. Few of the other interests of a speech language pathologist can lie in voice disorders. So voice disorders can be of different types, which can include non-organic as well as organic voice disorders. Organic voice disorders are nothing but conditions that affect the vocal folds and thus affect their vocal mechanisms, which can include conditions like vocal fold polyps, nodules, or any other severe or chronic conditions like laryngeal cancers. Non-organic conditions might include anything that has affected the vocal cord mechanisms despite the vocal folds being intact in their structure. This can include conditions like pubophonia, where a person has a high-pitched voice quality, or conditions that might result out of any psychological stress, which could be such as muscle tension dysphonia or so. Few other very common conditions that you can observe in a child are speech disorders. By speech disorders, I mean conditions like misarticulation, where a child has difficulty in approximating or reaching to the correct pronunciations. Few other conditions also include stuttering, which is otherwise referred to as stammering in layman terms. So this is a condition where a child or an adult will have disfluencies like repetition errors or prolongations or blocks. So we speech language pathologists deal with these kind of conditions. So any conditions like learning disability, misarticulation, or phonological disorders, or any other conditions like autism spectrum disorder, intellectual deficits, cerebral palsy, and the other conditions that I mentioned, including voice disorders or stroke patients, can consult a speech language pathologist at the earliest. So I hope that this video was effective enough to understand the role of a speech language pathologist. So if you like this video, kindly hit the like button, share and subscribe to Mind Aids. Thank you.